Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 13, lucky number 13 of the Daily Leetcode Daily Challenge. Daily Leetcode, yeah. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this one. Apparently this is a recent contest problem. By recent I mean like half a year ago, because it is in my cache is why I said it that way. And also the number is big, right? 3223, minimum length of string after operations. Let's get to it. You're given a string S, you can perform the following process on S any number of times. So you have three things that you can perform any number of times. Okay, choose an index such that at least one character to the left and at least such that there's at least one character to the left of index I that's equal to Si, and at least one character in the right that's also equal to S of I. Okay. So, choose an index, delete the closest character to the left of I, that is equal to S of I. Delete the closest character to the right. What does that mean? Okay, choose index 2, this A maybe, and then remove 0 and 3, right? To the left, do they mean like, yeah, I mean, I think this seems pretty straightforward, right? Basically, I mean, so this would be a much difficult, I don't know about difficult, but a different anyway problem if you have to return the string, because then now you have to figure out like the ordering and all these other things. But because you don't have to care about the resultant string, it doesn't really matter which order you do it, right? And also, just to be clear, if you have to return a string, you can return one answer easily, just as easily as we talked about, but it's just about the fact that or if you have to do some, like you have to choose a specific string to return, like lexicographically smallest or earliest, something like that, which happens from time to time, that may be much trickier, right? Because with you can, I mean, I think this is just becomes a sort of a simulation problem. You can solve it for sure as a simulation problem. And you can write code to make it a simulation problem. I don't think it's that hard. You just keep an index of every character. You have 26 characters index, and then just keep on doing it, right? And then just whatever's left, it doesn't really matter. Just take the first three, and then remove the first and I was gonna say zeroth and the second. So, but the first and the third, and then just keep doing it, right? So as long as you have three, you end up with one, right? So yeah, and but even without that, then it just becomes the same thing, right? For every three characters, you end up with one character. So what does that mean? So that means that if you have that's the way to think about it, right? But that also means maybe sometimes it's easier to think about the opposite of what you're thinking of, right? What I mean by that is, what are the cases where you cannot reduce? Well, if you have one character, or of course, yeah, if you have one character, you cannot reduce, and if you have two characters, you cannot reduce. So anything over that, you can reduce, right? So maybe you can even write out a simple formula just to play around with it, right? So 1, the answer is 1, 2, the answer is 2, 3, the answer is 1, because you remove 2 of them, and then 4, 4 it goes to 2, and you can maybe even say this is f of 1, which technically is just 1, right? And then here 4 you go to 2, right? So f of 2 maybe, which is just 2, right? So then 5 is f of, you remove 2 characters, so it's going to be f of 3, which of course is f of 1, which is equal to 1, right? And here then now you maybe start to get a little bit of a pattern, right? Because literally alternatingly, it's going to be maybe I'll just write it out. F of x is equal to f of x minus 2, which with these as the base case is just going to be 1 and 2. So okay, so that's pretty much it, really, I think, right? So then maybe you could even just do a frequency thing, right? I mean, I always find it helpful to kind of just write this out and kind of play around this, and the proof is just induction-ish, right? I mean, you write the formula, so it's not really that hard. But yeah, then for C, and accidentally will elite by accident or whatever it's called these days. Yeah, FC, right? So you can maybe even write an if statement. But yeah, if F2 right? Yeah, you could even I mean, you can write the format however you like, but maybe it's something like this, which you just notice from pattern, right? Because if it's 2, you want this to be equal to 2. If this is 1, you want this to be equal to 1, and this is really it. And how I come up with it is just really just looking at it, and probably honestly a lot of it just experience, practice, or whatever, right? And that's really it. Hopefully, because I feel like I keep saying that and then I get wrong answer and silliness, right? So yeah, 1749, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, you could also, so I did it just like, yeah, I mean, I think there are a couple of ways you can write this as well. You could also do like a, I wouldn't say a sweep, maybe you could call it a sweep line, but just going from left to right, right? You go like, as you see a character, you get the count, and if it's 3 or greater, you just reduce it. So something like that, it's fine, right? I'm curious what's the fast people do. I don't know why they do it this way, but okay. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I was saying, actually, just now. Well, S of count is actually interesting. I don't know. Okay. Whatever. I mean, my thing is a little bit slowed because I guess how did I go back to my solution? Oh. Because, you know, the mod is actually a little bit not that fast, but it's easy to write for sure. Yeah, that is all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Glad that on a Sunday, at least, you know, as of time to recording, I get to rest a little bit. And yeah, thanks for watching. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.